Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Stuart here from Spain Speaks. With the Spain News Update, we'll take a look at some of the main stories that have caught my attention in the press today here in Spain, and we'll also have a look at some comments that have been left on the channel in recent times by viewers. Before I begin, a huge thanks to all of the people that have supported the channel in recent times, whether it's by buying me a coffee, whether it's through the Super Thanks option on YouTube, whether it's my longer term supporters on Patreon, or whether it's the new channel members. Thank you very much for that support. Now, straight into the news. And various parts of the country yesterday battered by severe storms, heavy flooding in many parts of the country, most notably Mallorca. And as we can read here, a historic storm floods Mallorca and blocks Palma Airport. The tables were floating, someone said. On Tuesday, many of the tourists arriving at Palma Airport were greeted by the sight of a severe storm wreaking havoc near the airfield. Water was cascading from the ceilings in some terminals, and streets in nearby towns were flooded. These were the most striking scenes from an afternoon where torrential rain led to significant flooding. Starting around 2 p.m, the historic downpour unleashed up to 72 litres of rain per square metre in just 1 hour, with peak measurements reaching 90 litres. This unprecedented rainfall forced Palma's Son Sant Joan Airport to suspend operations for almost an hour, as it was unsafe to continue. So there we go, a historic storm flooding the island of Mallorca yesterday, wreaking havoc at the airport, causing delays for passengers arriving and also taking off from that airport. And other parts of the country, mainly the Mediterranean areas, also the victims of heavy flooding. So if you were caught in those heavy downpours yesterday in Mallorca or other parts of the country, I hope you were safe and well. Second piece of news now, and one of Spain's newest political parties, the Sumar political party, a party which came together last year, the amalgamation of different parties on the left side of politics here in Spain, except for the Socialist Party and the Podemos Party. Well, at the moment, they're going through troubled times. The other day, the leader of that party and Minister for Labour here in Spain, Yolanda Díaz, said that she was stepping down from her leadership role. And this, of course, has sparked a crisis in that Sumar group of political parties. And as we can read here, they are calling for a new era. The resignation of Yolanda Díaz as general coordinator of Sumar, the party founded to contest the general elections, has opened the umpteenth debate on the reorganisation of the left. At a time of electoral weakness, and although the Vice President will continue to focus on her functions in the Ministry of Labour and at the head of the interlocution with the PSOE and the government, as she herself explained on Tuesday, "I am not leaving," she said from Geneva, Switzerland. The groups most involved in the project, such as Izquierda Unida and Mas Madrid, are already demanding a greater role in a space with a much more horizontal coordination. So the knives are out for Yolanda Díaz after that poor election result at the recent EU elections, but let's be honest, those were not the only elections in which Sumar has performed poorly. But as we know, and history tells us, it's not easy to control such a wide range of political groups on the left side of politics. And I reckon there's some pretty big egos in that political formation that are not easy to control. And the final piece of news we'll look at today, and it's a strange story about the president of a homeowners association down there in the province of Malaga, Estepona to be exact, who's decided to give himself a salary higher than that of the Prime Minister of Spain. As we can read here, the Costa del Sol Homeowners Association president, who earned more than a minister in Spain, now earns more than Prime Minister Sanchez. Despite criticism from the press, complaints from his neighbours, and even Spanish legal actions, Stephen Hills, the president of a homeowners association in Estepona, Malaga, who had previously set his own salary at €86,724 from the Torrebermeja community budget, has now raised his salary by €16,500. As a result, he will receive €103,226 annually, which is €13,200 more than the Spanish Prime Minister's salary. Hills, who is tanned year-round and often attends meetings in flip-flops, felt he wasn't being paid enough. At the recent homeowners meeting on Friday, June the 7th, he boosted his pay by nearly 20%, to the surprise of the few Spaniards present at a gathering where two hostesses served high-quality ham and chilled drinks. Last year, a number of residents were unhappy with Hills' salary, and one homeowner even contested the decision in court. court. But since the judicial process in Spain is slow, Hills keeps receiving his large salary and doing whatever he wants, says one resident who chooses to stay anonymous out of fear of retaliation. So there we go, and remember that name, the Home Owners Association president in Estepona that earns more than the Prime Minister of this country, believe it or not. And as we saw there, he wasn't happy earning only 86,000 euros a year, so he decided to boost his salary to over 100,000. Residents have been trying to get him out of the job for some time, but because of the slow judicial process here in Spain, he's still there. Now let's have a look at some comments that have been left on the channel recently. One here from Yanasi: the real parallel weed market in New York City are the illegal shops. When raided, they just restock. Yeah, Yanasi, thanks for the comment, and this is a conversation that we have been having on the channel in recent times about the weed market here in Spain. Somebody mentioned the other day, why don't they legalize the weed market here in Spain to make that illegal drug trafficking problem go away? I said that I didn't think it would be that easy because whenever something becomes legal that was illegal previously, an illegal parallel market still works alongside the legal one. And Yanasi pointing out that that is indeed the case in New York City. So one thing is to legalize a substance like cannabis, another thing is to get rid of the illegal market that surrounds it also. One here from Gary: 12 people have died in the Alicante area in the sea since the 1st of June. Yeah, Gary, thanks for the comment, and this comment coming in reply to a piece of news that we saw in yesterday's live stream about how 3 people in the last 48 hours have lost their lives drowning off the coast of the Valencian community here in Spain in the Mediterranean Sea. 2 German people the other day drowned off the coast in Elche in Alicante, and just up the coast in Benidorm, another person, an 18-year-old man, also drowned. And Gary pointing out that 12 people have lost their lives in the Mediterranean since June the 1st, so it is a dangerous body of water. People must obviously look at the Mediterranean and think that it's a calm sea, but it does have its dangers. So if you are going to take a plunge in the Mediterranean this summer, be careful. One here from Outdoor Chilled: Spain needs to change the ridiculous squatter laws to resolve the housing crisis so that more low-income, law-abiding citizens can rent long-term, and the owners are not afraid to rent long-term with the risk of their property being squatted. Only Spain and crazy New York have such stupid laws. The Outdoor Chilled, thanks for the comment, and referring to the problem of squatters here in Spain, we've seen various articles over the last couple of weeks where squatters have had their way with the landlords of the apartments where they are squatting. The story of a landlord in the city of Vigo in the north of Spain comes to mind. He went to his home, started banging on the door, trying to get the squatter out, started yelling abuse at the squatter. The squatter called the police, and the police came and told the landlord to move on, basically because the squatter is in a vulnerable life situation and can't be easily removed. So something does need to be done, but I can't see anything happening soon with the governments that we have running this country. One here from Ed: Elvas is a fantastic fortress city. You can see Badajoz from its walls. It is also famous for its sugared plums. Yeah, Ed, thanks for the comment, and the Portuguese border city of Elvas popped up in yesterday's live stream because Pedro Sanchez's brother is in hot water at the moment, being investigated for various things, and he apparently resides in the city of Elvas. Doesn't work in Elvas, he works in Badajoz, which is the neighbouring Spanish city, but he has his residence allegedly in that Portuguese city. And some people are alleging that he does this because in Portugal you pay less income tax than you do in Spain. So another member of the Sanchez family being investigated by a court here in Spain. One here from Guayames: does Manos Limpias examine all different political parties or just one side? Hope it's all sides. Yeah, Guayames, thanks for the comment, and this comment related to the one that we just looked at, the investigation into Pedro Sanchez's brother's business dealings, because the group that Guayames points out there, Manos Limpias, is the group that brought Pedro Sanchez's brother to the court's attention. They did the same thing a couple of months ago with Pedro Sanchez's wife, took a case to a judge and said investigate this, and now they're doing the same thing with his brother. And you could get the impression that they are deliberately attacking only one side of politics, right? However, in the past they have gone after all sides of politics here in Spain, not only the Socialist Party side, they've also gone after the Partido Popular, and they also went after the royal family back in the day. So it seems that no side of politics and no institution here in Spain is safe when it comes to accusations from this group Manos limpias. One here from Simon. Violent thunderstorms again today in the Almanzora Valley. Luckily it's not Kalima, red sand rain. The car got cleaned, so did the solar panels. Bizarrely, it ended up with rivers of rain going down a slight hill, and then 30 minutes later totally dry due to the heat. And at 8:30 p.m. Spanish time, they are firing up again with thunder and downpours. Yeah, Simon, thanks for the comment. And we saw earlier in the news today those heavy downpours in Mallorca that wreaked havoc at the airport, the historic storm, as they called it in that headline that we saw, and many other parts of the country, as I mentioned, also affected by these heavy downpours. And where you are in the Almanzora Valley, which I think is in Almeria, rivers of rain. But luckily, as you said, it wasn't a Kalima, so you didn't get that red dust. And let's be honest, those Kalimas are a real pain in the. And the final one here from Christine. Oh my, someone's Duolingo lessons failed them. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Christine, thanks for the comment and referring to yesterday's live stream and the moment that I got stuck into a viewer, somebody that left a comment on the channel telling me that I sound stupid because of the way that I pronounce Spanish. For anybody that didn't see the live stream or the comment, here it is now, from Adam, who told me to stop saying all amigos because it sounds stupid. And the fact of the matter is that I don't say all amigos, I say hola amigos, probably the most basic word in Spanish, hola, H-O-L-A, hello in English, and this person here couldn't understand what I was saying. I must admit that I went fairly hard on the bloke yesterday, but if you don't speak basic Spanish or understand basic Spanish, why do you even leave a comment at all? On that note, I'm going to wrap the video up. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have anything to add to the conversation today, the comment section is the place for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego.